Hey guys, it's TheMarkOfAHero here, or HeroTheHunter as all of you may know me, or Hero, just Hero. But yeah, it's Friday, the end of the week, about time. We can all relax, play some video games, play music, read, do nothing, read, or whatever the heck you do. But yeah, this is my gameplay, getting 64 kills and 12 deaths. I don't think I went on to, oh, what the heck? Whatever. I thought that was a visible guy, but I don't know. I probably just missed him. Oh well. I'm so blind in this game, you don't even know. But yeah, 64 kills, 12 deaths. I think I get on like a 15 kill streak, but I don't get anything more than that. I always die in this game. Can't get anything. Choke hero. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about my gaming history part 3 here. And let's get on. Oh, I died so dumb right there. But yeah, last time I talked about Spyro and the GameCube, and yeah, I think we're still gonna be in that era for a bit. We'll see where I move on from here. But yeah, I forgot to mention another like spin-off Sonic series, Sonic Riders. I played the first Sonic Riders on the GameCube, and I'll admit that was such a nice game. Like it didn't have. Like, it was fast, like, you go fast, and it was just nice. Like, it's futuristic, but it's a fun futuristic. Like, you're racing on hoverboards, they go super quick and run on air. Like, air energy, like, that's the future, man. Just imagine if we could use, like, air. Like, power our cars from air, power our computers from air, like, nothing would run out of energy, I think, anyways. Like, it's just so cool to think about that. But that game was fun. I would race with my brother, or against my brother, I guess I could say, and just like beat him. And then, like the game had a little storyline. It was fun too, where they introduced Jet and all of the Babylon guys. And there's like a little bit of mythology in there, but it was a pretty freaking nice like game. And then I remember getting a Sonic Riders Zero Gravity for the PS2 after I got Sonic Riders for the GameCube. And Sonic Riders Zero Gravity was just insane. Like, not only was everything air powered, but like, you basically had this artifact on your arm. And it was like a bracelet, but basically with that bracelet you could defy gravity and like adjust gravity to make you boost ahead. And so that just added another like dynamic to the game that was so amazing. And it made the game a lot more fast. Like, see, in racing games like that, like fastness or quickness and speed is all about it. But here in Call of Duty, like, it didn't work out too well. This is a shooting game. I don't think it's a racing game. But yeah, like Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, man, dude, that was crazy, man. Just revolutionary to me, in my opinion. But yeah. So let's see, where should I move on next? I believe like before I got any like next gen, I was kind of like, I don't know if I was getting bored, but I was getting into like PC gaming in a bit. Not like complete PC, like all those mainstream games you play, for like emulation and like. I think I had like one actual like disc for a game. I had a Sonic Adventure DX, which I never got for the GameCube because I don't think they sold them by that time. But I got Sonic Adventure DX, which basically was the storyline before Sonic Adventure 2 battle. And there was like 6 characters, and each character had their own little storyline. I loved it. You get to play with the little chows. It was a good game overall. And then the multiplayer, or like, when you play against your friends, it's fun too. But yeah. So with emulation, you basically what emulation is that you basically play games on your computer where you couldn't have if you didn't have them on the console. Like, I could play Nintendo 64 games on my computer if I look it up, like on the internet. Like you like, I don't know, I knew how to do this stuff. Like, my cousins showed me how to do it, and I got really like into it. So I was able to like play Game Boy Advance games, Nintendo 64 games, Sega Genesis games, like a whole bunch of other games. and it was fun. The NES, the SNES, the Pokemon, the
You're fucked.
I did a whole ton of gaming with that. Like, I got super into Pokemon. Like, you could even like play DS games on your computer, which was crazy. So I got into like Pokemon for so long, Pokemon Platinum, and then I kind of stopped during Hard Gold and Soul Silver, because by that time
He'll be back on
I think I had an Xbox 360. Yes, I had got a Xbox 360 first. When I got it right when it came out too, like 2006, and it was nice. Like, I got the games Need for Speed Most Wanted and Sonic the Hedgehog for 2006. I like Need for Speed Most Wanted because once again, it was a racing game, and I love racing games like that. You would move super fast, and they had the nitrous, and you would be avoiding cops or like destroying cops just by running into them and running fast. The wanted levels and all that, like, that was a fun game. And then you had to race against other like race drivers, and you would drag race, and that game had a lot of like fun factors into it. But what really kept me on the Xbox 360 for a while was Sonic the Hedgehog for 2006. I have never like had a story much longer than like, or a Sonic story much longer than that, and with such replayability and complexity as that Sonic story. I don't know why a lot of people hated on that game. Like, I heard people hated on 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog because of glitches and stuff, but I loved it for the story. Like, the story made up for everything and anything. Basically, you were introduced. Basically, there's only three characters you could choose from, but they were all linked with each other, and they all had their own storyline, but they would cross paths and fight with each other for one reason or another, and it was crazy. So you had Sonic, whose main purpose was to kill or to defeat Eggman, but along the way he gets stopped by Silver, who mistakes him for this Iblis trigger that I should mention later on. And like, Sonic had to fight him, and then Silver's a strong hedgehog. Like, he's different from Sonic and Shadow, who rely on their speed. Silver's a psychic hedgehog, so he could basically like lift things up and throw it at him, which makes him one of the more stronger adversaries that Sonic had to deal with. And so Sonic has to be responsible for saving the princess of this world called Elise, and you know, taking care of her, because she basically, in her heart, she had this power, this an unknown power that he didn't know of, that basically allowed her to unleash all hell on people. But she wasn't evil. It's just that if you pissed her off to a certain point, or she was like distraught by the events of the world, she could unleash it. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys watch Naruto, but kind of like Naruto and his like nine-tailed, the nine-tailed fox, yeah, nine-tailed fox, where, because like, once Naruto can control it, then, you know, he used it to his advantage. But Elise was kind of like Naruto in his premature form. You know, she can't control this creature, and inside her is what Silver was looking for, called the Iblis. And then it was fact that Sonic could trigger Iblis to be released, and that's why Sonic was called the Iblis Trigger. But anyway, Sonic, you know, does his own thing, his own heroic thing, defeats many of Eggman's creations, along with destroying all the creatures that come from Iblis. Because like, Iblis 1 isn't summoned yet, but his creatures were from another like hell, I guess you could say. But yeah, and then Shadow was trying to figure out his past and trying to figure out who he really was, because in Sonic Hero or Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, if you played that game, you would know that Shadow died. The real Shadow died, and so the Shadow that's present in Sonic the Hedgehog for 2006 is a robot Shadow, and he learns his truth, and he kind of feels bad for himself, but he knows that he's better than that. He's stronger than that. He as a robot, that he'll be stronger than anybody else, even his own real counterpart, and that he still has feelings for people. And basically his adversary was the Spawn created, basically Shadow's Shadow, which also from the future where Silver is from, And believe me, this storyline was really complex. This is why I loved it, man. And basically, Shadow had to destroy his shadow called Mephiles. There you go. And yeah, I mean, I would continue the story. I'm gonna continue the story like of Shadow and all them, and my rest of my gaming history later. But yeah, sorry I like talked a lot about like, but I'm just telling you like that game hands down like my favorite Sonic game of all time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and my random dumb commentary, I guess. But yeah, see you guys and have a great weekend. And sub.